Starting a podcast can be an exciting and creative endeavor. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you get started. 1. Choose your podcast topic. Think about your interests and what you're passionate about. Your podcast will be more enjoyable if you talk about something you love. 2. Plan your podcast. Decide on the format: interviews, solo episodes, discussions, storytelling, etc. Create a rough outline or script for your first few episodes. Determine how often you'll release episodes, e.g., weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. 3. Gather equipment. You'll need a microphone, headphones, and a computer for recording and editing. Popular entry-level microphones include the Blue Yeti or Audio-Technica ATR2100. You can use free or affordable editing software like Audacity or Adobe Audition. 4. Recording. Find a quiet space to record your podcast. Speak clearly and at a comfortable pace. Record several test episodes to get comfortable with the process. 5. Editing. Edit your podcast to remove any mistake, long pauses, or background noise. Add music or sound effects if desired. Export your podcast as an MP3 or other compatible audio format. 6. Create cover art. Design a simple and eye-catching cover art for your podcast. Tools like Canva can help. 7. Choose a name. Come up with a catchy and relevant name for your podcast. 8. Set up hosting. Choose a podcast hosting platform like Podbean, Libsyn, or Anchor. Upload your episodes, cover art, and podcast description to the hosting platform. 9. Publish your podcast. Your hosting platform will provide an RSS feed. Submit this feed to podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and others. 10. Promote your podcast. Share your episodes on social media and with friends and family. Consider creating a website or social media account specifically for your podcast. Collaborate with other podcasters or influencers in your niche. 11. Engage with your audience. Respond to listener feedback and comments. Consider creating an email address or social media channels for your podcast to interact with your audience. 12. Learn and improve. Continuously learn about podcasting techniques and equipment. Listen to feedback and adapt your podcast based on what your audience enjoys. 13. Be consistent. Stick to a regular release schedule to keep your audience engaged. Starting a podcast can be a fun and rewarding experience. Don't be discouraged if your first episodes aren't perfect. With practice, you'll improve over time. Enjoy the process and let your passion for your topic shine through in your episodes. Earning money with a podcast can be a rewarding endeavor, but it often takes time, effort, and dedication to build a substantial income. Here are several ways to monetize your podcast. 1. Sponsorships and advertisements. Partner with companies or brands relevant to your podcast's content. You can approach potential sponsors directly or use podcast ad marketplaces like AdvertiseCast, Podcorn, or Midroll to connect with advertisers. Be transparent with your audience by clearly indicating when a segment is sponsored content. 2. Affiliate marketing. Promote products or services related to your podcast's niche and earn a commission for each sale generated through your unique affiliate link. Share your honest opinions about the products to maintain trust with your audience. 3. Listener donations and crowdfunding. Set up a Patreon or similar crowdfunding platform where your listeners can contribute money in exchange for exclusive content, early access, or other perks. Encourage your audience to make one-time donations through platforms like Buy Me a Coffee or PayPal. 4. Merchandise sale. Design and sell merchandise such as t-shirt, mugs, stickers, or any products related to your podcast's branding or content. Services like Printful and Printify can help you create and sell custom merchandise with little upfront cost. 5. Premium content. Offer premium, ad-free, or early access content to paying subscribers. This can be a part of your website, a separate podcast feed, or through a platform like Supercast or Patreon. 6. Live shows and events. Host live podcast shows, workshops, or events that require tickets for entry. You can monetize not only through ticket sales but also merchandise and sponsorships for the event. 7. Courses and consulting. If you are an expert in your podcast's niche, consider offering paid courses, workshops, or consulting services. Your podcast can serve as a platform to showcase your expertise. 8. Crowdsourcing ideas. Engage with your audience to generate ideas for products or services they would be willing to pay for. This can lead to new income streams. 9. Podcast networks and aggregators. Join a podcast network or aggregator that helps you find sponsors, handle ad placement, and provide additional support in exchange for a share of the revenue. 11. YouTube and other platforms. Repurpose your podcast content into video format and monetize it through YouTube's partner program or other video monetization method. Remember that building a loyal and engaged audience is key to successfully monetizing your podcast. Consistency, quality content, and a strong connection with your listeners will help you attract sponsors and other income sources. It's also important to comply with legal and ethical guidelines such as disclosing sponsored content and respecting copyright and intellectual property rights.